because Cthulhu has 2 elves.
Fuck you.
I didn't say that. I'm trying to help.
Aye, funny.
I funny. You dead. And you're oh shoot. Right one. Actually no. Alright, let's make sure your mic is working.
Yeah, we're working on that right now. Seeing how it works. Can you hear it? Out freaking standing, so when I scream like a wee little girl out, they can hear it. Though I'm not sure how spooky things will get right from the start, because it can take a second to build up to the spooky.
It can take a minute.
It can indeed. It can indeed. Hey there, Tristan. Alright. People are just getting the up to... Aha! Assassin. Woo, this is new. Yep. Incredibilis. Love it, love it. Alright, so... Ladies and gentlemen, always been meaning to finally start this game, never get around to it. Semi-failed, but since it's spooky month, I thought we might do something a little different. We put it to a poll. Technically, Red Dead had like 1 extra vote, but since like the majority were picking some sort of horror game, we thought we'll at least give Call of Cthulhu a go. And if it's just not something we enjoy, we'll go back to Red Dead, because that's the thing. The question is not if we go back to Red Dead, the question is when we go back to Red Dead. So, for those who are like, oh man, I really wanted to see more Red Dead, relax, we will return to it. We're just taking a spooky ween break. How long the spook break is will depend on you. Hey Lark Raven, how you doing? Where did the Inquisition get their motto, innocence proves nothing, and I beat the game? What?
What?
It's a good question. It's worth your life. Jumpin' Judas, cosmic horrors beyond man's comprehension. Yep, so we're just gonna have to... Oh, and Chaos X Gorgon says thanks for the help.
Hey, no problem, man.
Yeah, so... one of my favorite jokes from Darktide is that there's a buff for the Ogren where it's just like blessed ignorance, where it's just like me looking at horrors beyond my comprehension. I don't get it, so unfazed. Love it. What about a Red Dead Undead Nightmare? I don't have access to that game. I have that on the 360. I have no idea how to get the 360 up and running to do that. And I'm like, but you could buy it. Like, yeah, but this is something I already had access to. But yeah, Undead Nightmare, maybe at some point. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Cthulhu a pagan god? Not really. Cthulhu is a creation of H.P. Lovecraft. Now, if you want to say he's like a pagan-esque god in that world, you could argue that, but the Cthulhu mythos is weird and creepy. So anyway, we got enough people. I think we're going to go ahead and jump on in, do the new game.
While you do that, I'm going to be getting this transcript.
Gotcha.
It should be good after I do this.
Alright, so Chapter 1. Pierce Investigation Agency, Boston. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license.
Oh!
And no one likes an unlicensed private eye. H.P. Lovecraft scares me. His stories are just the man himself. Because we all know what his cat's name was. If I am mad, it is a mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. H.P. Lovecraft. But isn't that the goal of your game, H.P.? They're trying to... Oh no! Smells awful.
While I'm here, if y'all want me to rant or ramble about anything, let me know, and I'll do my best.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all can hear me from there, but...
I think they can hear you from there. This game sounds cool, yeah. Man was a horrible person full of phobias, but dang, his stories are nice. Like, say what you will about the dude, he could write. And also, I've always kind of liked like the early 20th century aesthetic. It's also kind of funny since we just left Red Dead for this, or rather put it on pause, because we went from 1898 to 1924, so we could meet Jack Marston, just saying. This is a bad time to ask, but does anybody want sashimi? You mean I can't break iron chains with my own strength? Oh. Let's see, have you seen the new Dawn of War trailer? I have not, I need to. Man, it's dark. Dark like the grave. Aha! Can I take the lamp? Or is it like an icon to say light things? That's the lamp.
What about icon?
I was talking about that today.
Really?
A hurricane lamp. In the East Blue, they say love is like a hurricane. Apparently in Boston, we say lamps are like hurricanes. Bolt cutter. All right.
All right, I'm going to send you a picture through Discord, bro. Just ignore it.
I won't.
Because I need to take a picture of my driving license.
Gotcha.
In my wake, hold along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
Fate's drawing me? I'm touched. Let's see. Hey, Lark. I like Raven's response bit. Oh, good. I would love to have calamari rips one of the Cthulhu's tentacles off and eats it in front of him. That's the plan. That's the plan. We're going after the forbidden calamari. Can I break this too? Okay, no, I
I
can't.
could break it.
Well, get over here.
Because I break everything I touch.
Why does everything I love go away?
Where'd my phone go?
Can't be seen. That's why I have this lamp on next to me.
What a
Are we sure this isn't the Chaos Gods talking? Listen, the Chaos Gods were heavily inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's work, particularly Sneetch.
don't fight. You have been chosen.
I've been chosen? I'm Cthulhu's top guy!
What am I gonna do?
Behold. Everything has already been written.
Voldemort! A cult of Voldemorts!
Voldemort.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Hey, Dead by Daylight, there's your next killer right there.
I mean, I know I'm a very first.
What am I gonna do? Hey there, Atla. We playing Warlock in D&D. No joke, I have played a great old one Warlock, serving Hermaeus Mora. So, I'm something of a Cthulhu guy myself. Okay, so Pierce Investigations Agency. My private detective agency contracted to, Book Voldemort was more terrifying. Granted, what are you going to do about that? Is the Squid God run? It's like contracted Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows up another. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. Anything for the occult or inhabitants? No. Dark water. Alright, how's my sanity doing? Nightmares. Edward Pierce was a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in the Meuse-Argonne Offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion. The Lost Battalion was in New York, so interesting he moved to Boston. The American unit suffered heavy from artillery losses when the enemy, from enemy and Allied artillery fire. The force held their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades. Without food, water, or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost as their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that still haunt him. Well, if you're using sleeping pills, doesn't that make you go to sleep so you see the nightmares? Just saying. Now Lark is a good Baptist boy. I'm a Baptist boy, but am I a good Baptist boy? I don't know. That remains to be seen. Yep. Alright, inventory. The Lost Battalion, 10-7-18. Hey, we're a few days away. 77th Infantry Division. Yep. So, by the way, for those of you that want to know a little bit more about the Lost Battalion, there's actually a Sabaton song, if that's your kind of thing, about them, which I think is particularly good. So let's see what my reseals are. Eloquence. Okay. Spot hidden. I think that's like perception. Strength. Investigation. Psychology. Occultism is probably knowledge of the occult. And medicine. Assuming psychology is basically... Oh, no, so my knowledge... I thought it was going to be like my sanity for a second. No, sanity's over here. But I'm already starting off rough with mental trauma. But I've got a 3 in investigation. I would hope that would be higher, considering, you know, I'm a private eye. But nobody accused me of being a good private eye. Gosh, I feel like I'm in Fallout with that music. Don't want anyone to think I'm a floozy.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Oh gosh. I never thought I'd get people calling me if I was a private eye. Alright, hold on, before I answer that phone call, let's see. Some say Kosum, do you hear? Okay. I mean, I wasn't judging, just a question just popped in my head. Okay. So you Raven are Baptist, I was just wondering earlier this week what particular denomination. Yeah, we were born and raised Southern Baptist, though we go currently to a non-denominational church, but that's Baptist in disguise. Alright, so, anyway.
I'm listening.
Operator, reverse the charges.
Private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency.
Who told you that?
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Oh, me playing with Masters pays off again.
I'm very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Alright, so I guess we get to move these around. I have 8 character points available. If I recall correctly, these I actually need books for, and the purple stuff I can bump just on my own, so... Oh, I see. So I can't just, like, go bump up. I got to drop some cha-ching to get in there. Gosh. I feel like spot hidden is going to be kind of important. And, investigation, that's pretty high. Let's see if I can... remove. Because that's going to be 5 CP before I get over anywhere. Okay, so I can bump you up to... I can bump up to 2 in psychology. Eloquence, power of speech... I feel like eloquence is probably going to be pretty important, so... Alright, and strength... I need 6 CP, 5 CP, 4 CP. We'll just bump 1 towards psychology, just like we originally planned. Unless... Can I? I want to see, actually, can I bump any towards that? Oh, I can. I guess this is the base stat. I'm allowed to do that. Actually be kind of fun, just like, this guy knows nothing about the occult, so he's learning as he goes along. Medicine might be useful to have a little bump in, so we'll put that there. Alright. Are we doing bear jokes? Ah, it's a Kodiak moment. Place your bets. Who would win in a fight? Cthulhu or Jormungandr or Leviathan? The American viewing public. Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to rush Yogg-Sothoth with a blicky and a pocket full of dreams? Dang right I am. So, okay, so we're a war veteran, have PTSD, and we've used alcohol to sleep. Me? Hold on. Me. Man, thus the guys are kindred spirits. There you go. I'm legally required to quote Bloodborne, a Lovecraftian Souls game, and the best Souls game of all time. Hope it doesn't annoy you, my friend. Hey, go ahead. I have briefly played bits of Bloodborne, but, yeah. Yes, we will validate. Are you trying to say I'm not valid there, character creation screen?
Mr. Pierce, our files will still be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
Title IX hasn't been invented yet. Go ahead.
We wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Apparently drunkenly swearing at clients scares them off.
Mr. Pierce,
Who would have thought?
you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself.
Oh, so if I'm not making money, you gotta fire me. Is that how it is?
Mr. Pierce, do you still...
Women.
I'm coming.
Welcome to Alcoholics Anonymous, where I figure out what they actually are.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem. And I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
Well, that's why I'm the investigator and you're not, okay? Good hunter of the church, have you seen the
You're free
light?
to leave
Arma?
anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
No.
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
I can be two things at once, I'll have you know.
It means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool.
So do I.
Sarah, my little girl. She is dead.
Sorry to hear that,
Even
dude.
you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
Related to Tim Hawkins, perhaps?
Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
I can't even do anything for a woman who's alive.
They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
You and Raven gotta sing for the Entity song that Raven wrote. It's an awesome parody.
I want you to look carefully at this painting.
Maybe later. Maybe later. We'll convince Raven to
Tell
do it.
me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Eventually, beat Call of Cthulhu. It gets scary when you least expect it. That's how it should be. Oh,
What
he
am
wants
I
to give him a
supposed
hug.
to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness.
The way my jaw works
Or
is
if,
madness.
on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
No, I want you to lip sync
Please.
properly.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Oh, your daughter was having an affair, I see. Oh, that's not what you meant.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Well, hey, don't judge. Not everybody was fat. Oh, you meant something else. The shipping label, it's unreadable. What I can make out is Warehouse 36 Darkwater. The police report, it says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decided on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Okay. A press cutting, an article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businesswoman from the island of Darkwater. Here they live a reclusive life there with their only son, Simon. My name is Simon. I knew that would get to you.
Burn in hell.
Alright, now let's take a look here.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce.
You think the dread was
what do you
hidden
make of
there?
These elements.
You're asking the wrong guy. Go away. Okay. Tell me about the mental
You
frailty.
must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your
Calling it
daughter
Cthulhu
is
did it. If not for him, probably Dagon.
Sarah had
Not even Yogg-Sothoth?
visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only
Do what you gotta
thought
do,
she saw
Dr. Cal.
things.
saw things. What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Okay. Where did she live?
Never heard of the place.
Her name's a place
Where is
Darkwater.
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
I don't have to, but okay.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out.
Not giving me a lot to work with here, bud.
Find Warehouse 36.
And
Her husband
let's investigate.
was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile.
Come on,
I
put two and
believe
two
you are
together.
right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
Doesn't mean I'll
I am
do it,
aware
though.
of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Alright. Don't want to say I won't do it, but...
I
Alright.
think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Well, if we're doing for honor, she just has to
I'm
respawn.
on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right.
Define handsomely.
Take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Hey, frick you too.
Something's queer, but it's not like I have a choice.
Gotta love that early 20th century dialogue.
I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic.
That requires
No doubt
reading.
Find some information on this island in there.
Alright, hold on, let's take a look at what we know so far. Inhabitants, Stephen Webster. Occupation, free trip to the nearest mental institute. There you go. Let's see, so 63, business tycoon. Wealthy businessman, well respected in the Boston area. Stephen Webster came to see me in order to investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. Man accepts neither refusal nor inconvenient truths, so he's not a fan of Al Gore. Got it. He is ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. Okay. Charles Hawkins, age 41, ship owner. Charles Hawkins was a local celebrity in Darkwater. The heir to the ship owner of a ship owner family. He used to travel a lot. He met Sarah Hawkins during a trip to Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They have a child named Simon who lived a very secretive life. Maybe first step to happiness was not living in a place called Darkwater. Sarah Hawkins, 31. Crunching some numbers, so... Yeah, that's an 8-year age difference. Whatever. So, painter, Sarah Hawkins, painter known for her tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. It seems... Beware the jabber, where? She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. It seems to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Hack. Her marriage to Charles Hawkins was years ago. Surprised high society columnist, a wealthy Boston heiress, known for her party-going, chooses to follow her husband and live as a recluse on an island in Darkwater. She disappeared from the front page of the newspaper, and nobody's heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continues to seek the truth. And Simon Hawkins, 11 years old, schoolboy, only son of Sarah and Charles. Died in the fire. That's all you did? 11 years old, and all you did was die. Weak sauce right there. Weak sauce. Alright, the occult. So we just have this art piece, which looks like a evil cult of Cthulhu guy coming to give me a hug. That's all he's doing. Alright, again, we just have the file, and that's about it. Alright, is there nothing? Alright, medicine. Progression. We're almost to the next level on medicine. That's good.
I used to be an avid reader.
So what'd you read?
I used to be an avid reader.
You don't have to tell me. Just
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Well, yeah, but then again, are you a top-notch detective? Let's ask that too.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Neither could I. Now, anyway.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed the case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Fair enough. And this must be the book.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston.
Dark
I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of the small land off the coast of Massachusetts.
I want to let you know the three references are Pastor Pack, Ben Holland, Daniel Phillips. Ben already says he's got the email and he'll be responding.
Sweet!
So Ben is on board. Now just hear back.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
I'm about to lose my effing mind. So everything's going. Sorry, I was locked into finishing that application.
I wonder why I still take these things.
Yeah, so right now we've been given a case to look
Case
at...
of wine?
No,
Trazen will be very upset.
No, not a case of wine. We're looking into a case, painter died in a house fire. Her father is convinced something else is going on, and we need to go investigate.
Well, is there anything anyone wants to ask or talk to me about before I move out?
Any questions for the Raven before he vamooses? And before I head out to Darkwater? No? Alright. Well, in that case, we're off. Said we're off. No, not moving out of the apartment. He's just moving his stuff. So...
Hey, Will, when did I move to Bluffton?
What?
When did I move to Bluffton? I think it was 2021.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Want to ask something? Why did Raven stop using the suit of armor for his response videos? Why did you stop using the suit of armor for your response videos?
I mean, I still have it, but the thing was, I used it a lot, and I wanted to share more art from Hannah and Jay, because Hannah and Jay draw a lot of art for me. It wasn't just, like, Jay drew that suit of armor, and it looks beautiful, don't get me wrong, I love it. But Hannah's art wasn't getting featured as much, and I wanted to share her art more so that people would ask, hey, who did the art for this thumbnail, or who drew this avatar? And I wanted Hannah to get her name out there and Jay to get his name out there. And by showing a lot of different pieces of their art, I thought it would get them more attention. I don't mind using the armor more if y'all would rather me do it, but I was just trying to, get them out there a bit more. I mean, do y'all think if y'all would rather me just go back to using the suit of armor and nothing else, that's fine. But that's the reason. I wanted to get Hannah and Jay's art more attention. Plus, I thought it would be funnier to have thematic avatars.
He was just curious.
Because if I'm doing a video on mermaids, it'd be kind of cool to have a mermaid avatar.
They like both. Both is good.
Well, tell you what, if y'all are sick of seeing the avatars, like the Claire avatars, I'll ask Hannah to stop drawing them, I'm honest. I'm being honest. If y'all would rather not see any more of those, I'll tell Hannah you're not interested in the Claire art anymore.
No, they still say they're good.
Well, we'll see.
All right. Have you played the tabletops with the Call of Cthulhu theme?
I have not.
It's not quite like a normal tabletop because it's like an app game that you also play on tabletop. It's like House of Madness or Mansions of Madness. But yes, I have played that. I like it when it starts with the arm and then transitions into a thematic avatar. So they want both. They wanted to start with the arm and then transition. Have you played Stronghold? No. It's a little, Oh, I thought he was, like, going for a whiskey flask now. He's got another vice to, indulge right now. By Cyanide Studio. Interesting. Toxic. Divine Comedy or Paradise Lost? Divine Comedy. Prefer that one. Raven says Divine Comedy, too.
We're almost there.
He seems like a trustworthy individual. Is that how Disney ruined Alien Earth? I never had high hopes for it. Hey there, Dave.
Hey.
Dave! He has been bought, yes, by the Saudis. Oh, so that's who's responsible. Call it Cthulhu. Well, when you put it right over the boat onto the way of the island, we kind of put two and two together. I know. Wait, there's a Scylla, so if maybe you take my Charybdis. Okay, Boston can get foggy, but this is ridiculous. Okay, Ranger, you can player this place to Far Harbor. Even Far Harbor isn't this bad. How far is the harbor? Pretty far. You are too clean to be a dock worker.
There's guys coming to unload.
People love to clown on EA for killing SimCity, but that franchise was dying long before 2013 came out.
Thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
Fair enough.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
Who?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget.
Welcome to Darkwater.
May have been a land of-
And it's very sad that no one likes her player art anymore.
They said they liked it.
His wife, Sarah Hawkins.
Nice young woman. And a great...
What's your favorite song from the Epic Musical? Is that the Odyssey one?
Yeah.
You know what?
Uh,
Go have a drink at the Strand.
the one where he's singing with Athena, or the one with the Cyclops?
Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar is a surprise
Anyways,
for me.
any last
As
questions
for
from me before I
find
go?
me at the Harbor Master's office.
The Harvest Masters.
If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Talk to Fitzroy.
Let the police do their work.
All right, I'll take that as a no. So,
All right.
Sullivan,
y'all have fun.
can't go any
Will do.
faster.
Force it too much will break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
What's the funniest event that happened in the Bible?
You've got no... Don't badmouth what you don't know.
It's not really
For it, for sure.
that there are funny moments. I think there are ironic
Step back and
moments.
let us do our job.
That's no way to treat an omen. Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate.
I think
Died a short time ago. Only a special.
one moment that stands out to me as kind of funny is
Don't put that beast
in the book of
back in the water,
Genesis.
you shysters, you're
An angel comes to Abraham and Isaac,
crazy. Damn stupid
and
idiots.
basically, and it's not Abraham, Abraham and Sarah, and says, "You will have a child."
No way to treat
But they're old, and Sarah laughs. She just laughs, and the angel says, "Why are you laughing?" She goes, "I wasn't laughing. You were laughing. I heard you. And because you laughed,
Prohibition.
you will name
is
the
just
child
a joke
Isaac,
around here.
which means laughter."
That suits me fine.
And so I just think that's funny that Sarah's like, "I didn't laugh. You laughed." Just like, I'm like, I heard it.
You can't say that to the big G.
Raven, how much knowledge do you have on cosmic horrors? I've looked into it to some extent. I did study a little bit of Lovecraft, but it's not really my cup of tea. It's not something that I studied intensely. I think it's fascinating, and I think it's really unique. In fact, my preferred warlock is the Great Old One, so which is basically eldritch cosmic horror. But no, I prefer more down to earth horror. Really.
Are you saying it's beyond your comprehension?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's beyond my comprehension. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
All right, so we got an orca beach killed recently. Sailors think it's an omen. Let's talk to the
The
cops.
same goes for you, sir. Move along.
By the way, why do you look like you, just like ran face first into a concrete wall, sir? I mean, to think that they're both equally bad, but Far Harbor has mutated monsters that can range from the size of a man to an 18-wheeler, but in this place, the night is still young. Yeah, I know, but at least Far Harbor, I believe, could potentially survive. There's not even any active monsters roaming around, and I don't think these guys would last 5 minutes. Totally out of your depth. The sailors are getting upset over
They
nothing.
seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
Sightseeing.
To this address. Warehouse
And ships
36,
for a low flat weight.
Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. You accept some friendly advice.
Yeah.
Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand.
Your job is just standing there, sir.
You shysters, you're crazy. Cops, they can't understand.
Hard to say. I think it's like tied with corn.
Stupid idiots. Forget it.
You
Nobody
stupid
listens to
idiots,
us
as opposed to those intelligent idiots.
As opposed
See
to
that I'm
intelligent.
heavy, can't you?
No.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something.
This town probably smells amazing. Not. Alright, so let's visit the Beached Whale. Thoughts on August 12th, 2036? Hasn't happened yet.
Oh, Ben says hi, Lark.
Hello.
Yeah, Ben was letting me know that he was filling it out now. August 12th, 2036. What's that mean?
Alright. What's up? How you doing?
Let me look it up.
Hey, be careful.
The old slap and console. Hey, Raven and Lark, do you miss the days in fiction where villains were intimidating? I miss simplicity sometimes.
Oh, it's a meme.
Let's get him another drink.
Yeah.
He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve trouble.
Oh, everyone, do you miss the days in fiction where villains were intimidating? I miss simplicity sometimes where there was just a clear good and evil. Yes, I miss that implicitly. I believe that we lost something great when we started making every villain relatable. I think there's something beautiful. Like, you know what? I'm going to use this as an example, and I know that a lot of people have heard it, but, I got to say, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, had two villains, both of which I thought were pitch perfect. And the reason they were pitch perfect is neither one had any
I'm here for information.
sobby, sad backstory where you got to really feel bad for them and understand why they do what they do and, try to give them their own happy ending by the end. No, one is the physical incarnation of death who's been slighted by an arrogant shit, and the other is just a complete irredeemable bastard who just wants power because he just wants power. There's something satisfying about seeing a complete ass get beaten by the good guys, and there's something also satisfying about standing up to an unstoppable force like death. This is what good stories are made of. A clear, concise villain versus a clear, flawed hero. That's good writing.
All right.
The joke of August 12th is the heat death of you. Yeah, I know.
But that would require every sun going out.
Exactly. How would you write the Wyverns for Honor? How would I write the Wyverns? Okay, so they didn't go very much into the Wyverns and what they represented or where they came from. I need more information, really, but since they were able to form a pact with Ramiel, it stands to reason they're intelligent and capable of communicating with humans. So I'd probably write them as a collective race that lived alongside humanity, but separate from humanity. And Ramiel was just the first to step forward and say, hey, what if we work together? Like, that would be, without more knowledge, I would need to get personally very creative. In fact, when I do get to my Fantastical History series, I'm going to talk about the way different races and creatures are portrayed in most media, but then I'm going to talk about how I would write them if it were my story. So, there you go.
What can
My
you
favorite
tell me
line of
about
Death is "You know
We all
what we
knew
did." Yeah,
she
that's
was
a good one,
famous
but
on
I think my
name.
favorite line from Death.
Paintings.
Um,
Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
he has a lot of good lines.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves,
Probably when
who can paint such things?
Puss is saying that he's still
Is that
alive,
how she sees
and he
it?
responds,
So
"I'm
they
not a
made you
cat
feel
person.
uncomfortable.
I find the idea of
You
9
need to see them for
lives
yourself.
absurd,
Make up
and
your own
you
mind."
didn't value any of them." Because what that portrays very clearly is not only the flaw in Puss in Boots,
The way I see
but
it,
also Death's
truth is really a question
need
of
for
point of view.
respect.
Well,
Everyone else has one life, and they
You still
value
trust
it.
the
Puss
truth
never
after
valued
the
his
bottle of whiskey?
lives, and that pisses off Death. Like, the only reason Puss in Boots can laugh in the face of Death is because he doesn't value the life he lives, and that pisses off Death. So I like that
I've
he
got
called out
mine.
Puss there.
Anything else?
What can you tell
We're not
me?
going to go there, Dexter.
We
We're
all
not
knew
going to
she
talk
was
about love
famous
lives
on the
here.
mainland for her
That's a
paintings.
sensitive topic for both of us.
Never understood why.
Yes, I do end up talking about some of the girls that I've met, but I don't,
I don't
go
wanna
too deep
speak
into
ill
it,
of
if I'm being
the dead.
honest.
Nope.
Because not all
I've
of
got
them, in
one.
fact, the vast majority didn't.
Anything else?
Alright. Why is this stranded
Stranded
vale?
whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The
The
name reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater.
Instead of
When
a
our
Tantra on a
whalers
sad
left for
boy like
long
he
months
doesn't.
and came back, sweating.
Okay, I'm going to say this about Demon Slayer, and then I'm not going to talk about Demon Slayer again for a while. I'm
was a
not
tough
a
time,
big
also.
fan of Demon Slayer. Don't get me wrong, the animation's golden.
You'll never know
It has a
what
lot
such
of really good
persons
stuff
do.
in it. I mean, you and I both did like it at first, right, Lark? I mean, we both kind
Yeah,
of
I
enjoyed
liked it.
But if I'm being honest, my big problem with Demon Slayer is how repetitive every arc is. It feels like it's exactly the same to me. It always starts with Tanjiro and his sister, making their way downtown. Then all of a sudden they get called about a demon. The demon might have something to do with Muzan. They show up, finds out how powerful this demon is, goes through a bit of a training arc where he learns this new breathing technique, probably having to do with his father to some degree or his ancestry to some degree. Goes into this pitch battle that lasts way too effing long, and taking injuries that would kill a normal person, and somehow the head chopping thing doesn't work at first, like 2 or 3 times it doesn't work because of some bullshit reason, but then finally he chops off the head with some supernatural uber power and just wins the day. Oh, but then he feels bad for the demon and just cries for them. And I'm like, rinse and repeat this for 4 seasons and you figured out Demon Slayer pretty quick.
Yeah, that's kind of how that works.
Don't get me wrong, the animation's cool, the idea is awesome, Tanjiro's a great lead character, but goddamn, I can predict every move they're gonna
I didn't
make.
expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who?
Why did
Our
fiction move
source
away
of
from
supply
binary
would
morality?
like me to betray them to the
That's a good
first
question.
comer.
May I answer this, or
I'll
do
tell
you want me to
them.
leave
You can
it
go
alone?
ahead.
She can
Okay.
do it anyway.
Fiction has moved
else?
away. It's not just fiction. It's modern audiences. Modern audiences have moved
You know
away from
where this
binary
is.
morality because
Where
binary
is this?
morality implies a black and white, and we live in an age where no one wants that anymore. Good and evil to the modern
If I
lexicon
were you, I
is
wouldn't hang around.
arbitrary, debatable,
First off,
and
there are
quite
rumors.
frankly unpopular.
Sailors from
People don't
around
like to
here
put
say
things
you
as this
can
is
hear
obviously
voices
good or
coming from
obviously
the
bad.
warehouses.
Because when you get into that
Screams.
binary, it means
That's
that your actions now have to
Screams.
fit into the binary.
And that's
But
not
no one
all.
wants to acknowledge, maybe I do
There's the fate
bad
of its owners
things.
and all the superstitions
Like, for
that go
example,
with it.
we used to
But
think
I'll
it
say
is bad to rob banks.
Anything else?
Oh, but victimized person of the week robbed a bank. Well, is it really
Captain
bad
Fitzroy
then?
told me
So then
about
you
that.
have to justify it. And how do you justify it? Okay, maybe he's doing bad, but it's for a good reason. You gotta feel bad for him. You gotta understand. This is what he's
Because of
gotta
the living
do.
dust.
And thus you create the
Fifty
sympathetic
years
villain,
of
the villain who
privilege.
became a
I
villain
grant the
and
privilege
does
to
bad
whoever
things.
I
But
want.
it's all because, dude, you gotta understand what they've gone through. You gotta understand why they do what they do. It's why I see so many people trying to justify, like, different villains that do evil actions, like Killmonger, Thanos, what's another popular one? There was a whole meme about it for a little while, like growing up is realizing that this guy was right all along. Who was it again, Lark?
They're trying. Some trying to argue that Joker.
Yeah, Joker.
Oh, Magneto is also on.
Magneto, where everyone says you realize he was a hero all along. Because here's the reality: in their worldview, if you've been victimized, if you've been hurt, if you're struggling, if you're an underclass or underprivileged, your evil or reprehensible actions can be forgiven. Because obviously you needed to do it to survive, or you needed to do it to endure or to get back at someone. It's all just, hey, we can justify these behaviors. And so that has also replicated itself in our movies, because entertainment involves itself in the culture. And a lot of people just want to see that. Binary good and evil is something that a lot of people don't want to accept, because if we put a hard line of this here is bad, then suddenly there is no justifying it. If we make a hard line, murder is bad, well, now suddenly justifiable murder goes out the window. And what if there's a good reason he did what he did? I think you can make complex villains who do evil for complex and interesting reasons without making them sympathetic. I think a good example of this is someone like, I can't believe I'm bringing him up, Pain from Naruto, or Nagato, I believe his name was. He wanted to bring peace to the world, but was harshly betrayed, and his best friend died protecting him. So he turned absolute mind-effing insane, went off on the nations, and dreamed of creating a weapon of mass destruction through the tailed beast to basically control the nations and keep them under line so that wars would end. Does this make what he does justified? Hell no. Hell no, it doesn't. And even he'll tell you that what he's doing is sick. But he does explain, what about my needs? What about my interests? There's a side to every story. He doesn't stand there and say, I'm actually the hero. He knows he's not the hero. He says, when you understand what I'm doing, you realize why it's a necessity in my eyes. See, that's at least a complex villain, a complex enemy. Still villainous, still does bad things, but you understand why he does bad things. And it doesn't ask you to go, oh, feel bad for him, he's gone through a lot. No, he still does shit. And Magneto, and people say, well, he was mistreated during the Holocaust. He was a Jew who was, mistreated. Absolutely, what he went through was awful. And you can definitely look at the X-Men and say they are a allegory to actual oppression against Jews or black people or gays or whatever victimization group you want. But that doesn't make what he does good. That doesn't make his behavior right. He still does evil. You feel bad for the guy, but it doesn't make what he does good. Magneto has a bit of a point, though. He's evil, but he has lived one mass killing in X-Men comics of several.
Well, that's the thing. You can have a point, but still go about things the wrong way.
Oh, well, yeah. I think Magneto has a point. He's not the hero. Magneto may have plenty of villains have good points. I think Pain's speech to Naruto is one of the best speeches I've ever heard a villain give, because it's filled with excellent points. Because I'll never forget, Pain basically goes, why do you fight me? Why do you want to keep doing this? And Naruto goes, shut up. How dare you talk down to me? You've killed my friends. You've destroyed my village. You've killed innocent people from my home. And Pain goes, you're right, I have done all these things. Well, let me ask you a question. What about my village? What about my friends? What about my loved ones? Your village killed them too. Do I not get the right to be angry? Do I not get the right to lash back? And Naruto has nothing to say to that, because suddenly he realized the world is not so simplistic as you beat me up so I get to beat you up. And Pain brings up good points. Does that mean that we should support what he does? Hell no! But he brings up good points. Anyway, I'll stop now. Lark, have a good time.
All right.
If y'all need anything else, click your heels 3 times and spin around in a circle.
Will do. All right, so here's what we know. So what we learned thus far is prohibition is a silly joke on this island. And, what's this?
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker and a debtor. Interesting.
A rich man in debt at the local pub. More common than you think. Punisher light work, no reaction. Huh? Okay, so it looks like these guys used to be whalers way back in the day, but the last real catch was in 1847. And if this whole town was about whaling, then how's this place been alive for 80 years? I guess they just switched to regular commercial fishing. Prohibition getting whacked on. I can only assume that the lady over here is our bootlegger.
What
Let's
you
chat.
looking at, stranger?
The only thing worth looking at in this bar, apparently.
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
It was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
No. Let's see what these fellas are singing about.
Do you like our song?
It's kind of old and repetitive.
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
May need to go out a little further than just off the coastline.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They rebelled.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch. Exactly.
So tell me about the
I've never
song.
heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
But how have you survived
Grandparents
this
tasted
long,
its
Ape?
flesh.
And it was delicious.
But you're not 80 years old. This is 1924. How are you alive? I agree Magneto is wrong most of the time. I think sometimes he takes his buddies, just leaves Earth and lives in Genosha, far away from mankind, and where he's right in the right.
I bid you
fair.
farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
By the way, could you pass some of the booze? The bar keeps being a jerk.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
What you reading, buddy?
Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it.
What?
No.
Yeah, these people ain't right.
It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
We sail the whale. We sail all and whale all day. Oh, we're the whalers of the moon, but we ain't got no whales.
He laughed.
My God.
Okay, so there's an insane asylum on the island. So the only places, just to establish, that do business here are the bar, this one boat, and an insane asylum. Okay, sure. That's not sketch at all. Maybe the great old one put the whale into a giant freezer so they could eat all of its meat, potentially. I think there are a few plot holes in the story. Yeah, I think they maybe got the date wrong. Maybe if it was like when did whaling go wrong? Maybe it was like 1887 as opposed to 1847. Let me just snoop through your stuff.
I
Don't
wonder
mind
what
me.
Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
Guys, the terms of your agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Interesting. Oh, Captain Fitzroy's been threatened.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
I think this whole town is disappointing.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Interesting. So we've got a town that has survived, supposedly on its sailing, but the last whale was caught 80 years ago.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Okay, so they do regular fishing at the very least, so that explains how they've stayed alive this long, and thank goodness, I need to go use the can. Gotta go. Alright, Vulpecula, take care, bud. First things first, find a gun.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
Yeah, and it shows.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
You gotta have a Charybdis somewhere, bud. Fun fact, all of our reality is not actually the dream of Azathoth. The Demon Sultan? Are you sure? Oh. Sweet. Medicine progression. I'm still not up to level 2, but it was like... Let's check upstairs.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Maybe they are. Who knows? But he's got a peg leg. Hope they don't mind me going through his stuff.
What a macabre souvenir.
Oh, this is the guy's peg leg? I mean, it's kind of cool, honestly. And they got a harpoon ready to go. I should keep that on hand, just in case. Who would win, Captain Ahab or Cthulhu? That's the matchup of the century right there.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Half? The place is almost entirely abandoned. It's like a ghost town, except the people refuse to leave it.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor.
Yeah, all of it, huh?
The lives of my sailors, the fights of the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Okay, let's look at, let's tell you general history. Found a photo that looked like you.
Your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Uh-huh.
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Got Dad's old leg on display. As long as it's not Lovecraftian version of the Elder Scrolls Godhead. You're technically correct. There's different things. Hell is real, space is fake, my friends are all dead, and I got a talking monkey, and the NWO is going to kill me. Bill Morgan. Duly noted.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
I got that much. What killed
Killer
it?
whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha, indeed, you're right.
Get a little Shadow over Innsmouth vibes from you, young man.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake.
Carve it up into steaks and serve it
whatever
up.
caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Can we use his dad's leg as a weapon? Yeah, mind if I borrow your family artifact there?
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past.
Yeah, apparently the one thing that happened here in this long, storied history.
Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
And whose cat?
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
P.I., what you gonna do?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
A lot of shysters on this island.
That, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Alright.
The manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
Well, maybe. So let's ask the real question. Actually, no, I gotta know this.
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island.
No, that's not why I've been asking questions about it.
Maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
Suspicious.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
Yeah, okay, I think that's all we can say for
I
now.
shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
I got one command point. Yay! Or character point, I should say. Go inside the warehouse. Hey, fellas, what up? Actually, good, they moved so I think I can move around. Are they still arguing about the dang whale?
Oh, yeah. He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors.
What could have done so much damage?
Definitely more than a motor, but I'll take a what, son? Excuse me, the air is getting here. Oh, hope you can breathe a little bit better there, Ranger. The one guy who's actually working in this town. How's it coming? Don't whack me with that. Whoops. Kill a few of you to stop drinking all day and come over and clean up your dang dock. Uh-huh. Well, what have we here?
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
As a Cthulhu mythos story, this game is pretty good. Yeah, well, I think we got some Cthulhu graffiti on St. Brendan over here. That's not nice. He's only 45? I thought he was, kind of up there in age. James Fitzroy is the captain of the Charybdis. Ah, they do have a Charybdis. The only boat that still has sails between Darkwater and Boston. It's base of Harbor Master's office, from where it misses nothing that happens on the island. The inhabitants of Darkwater respect him. The bootleggers despise him. Probably because they love the melodious sound of his voice. Alright, so let's see. Patron saint of whalers, whales and whalers still protect the sailors of Darkwater. Visibly, there were other gods before Saint Brendan. Well, Saint Brendan I don't think is classified as a god, and their worshippers do not seem to be of that opinion. The locals still worship the old saint, but a mark was made on the statue by another cult. What's the historical story of Saint Brendan, if you know anything about? I don't know anything about Saint Brendan. I am not as well versed in my saints as perhaps I should be. Alright. See, oh, I can't climb? That's ridiculous. I could get over that. And we sure are slow runners in this game. You're doing alright, buddy.
You live here?
Why did you do that?
Do what?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan. Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I just arrived, you fools!
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's
I mean,
irrelevant.
I do.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
Oh, you know, investigating a death.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be
That
looking
it's
down
local.
at us like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us.
Aha!
Until those assholes defaced him.
You really think those assholes over there have the artistic talent to do what they did to that? Weird.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Right, you could try fixing it, but then again, that would mean you do something productive with your time.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives
You
us
should
a few
move.
chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Again, so that means the town has not been doing much for 80 years. But Jack Warner is better than death. In terms of being a villain, you can make that argumentation.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
But they're the only way you get
Protecting
the alcohol.
their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Who is this cat you
Is it
speak
Cat
of?
who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
A likely story.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
You could tell me. No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet that you hit them some. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a
Now, where do you want it?
And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
So apparently we left one entrance unguarded. Fascinating. What you got for me, bud?
You're going? Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
Because you're just a nice guy?
What's the difference between a police officer and a private detective?
Besides, I get paid more than you.
Exactly. Apart from that piece of metal, there's nothing that sets us apart.
You think so?
We're looking for the same thing, you and I.
Okay. Spare me the next verse. I'll tell you what I know. There are sailors who think that there's a beast prowling around the docks.
A beast?
Then again, these guys panic at the thought of bringing a rabbit onto a boat, so...
I see.
And rabbits on the boats are scary.
Would like to use the warehouses for their goods.
Yeah, I figured that's who Cat is. And they're still arguing. Funny thing is that even though if you're buzzed or drunk, they wouldn't actually arrest you because you had to have alcohol in your possession to even be arrested. For even DUIs weren't really enforced. It's the thing, the sale of alcohol was prohibited. The consumption never was.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
Maybe I do.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not
literally
scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
Alright, what are the bootleggers doing? That's a stupid question.
Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you.
Alright, it's all coming together, and by that, no it isn't. Gosh, brighten the lamps, dude. I could just, get in it, back the car up, but I guess not. Okay, can't go around there. Maybe I can tell Cat to tell the guys to go away. Gotta be polite. Just let a draft consume everything. Ooh, what's this?
Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. It's just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message.
Right, not good people. I still wonder why cars still don't look like they used to 100 years ago. They don't have any style. Part of that is they're going for aerodynamics now. The other part of that is they have to use a specific type of metal so that it crinkles. Because if you go back and look at like those old cars, you get hit with one of those old cars even at slower speeds, it's going to rip you to shreds because of the way it is. Now it's designed to absorb the impact more, so the driver is a little safer. So yeah, that's why. Okay.
I told you to beat it.
What?
I told you to beat it.
Just beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Or is it eat it? Open up your mouth and feed it. I thought the door opened. I guess I am wrong. Yet again. Alright. Let's go find the entrance to that warehouse. My family used to make its own booze back in the day, I know, because there was an old still hidden behind the grandparents' farm. Everybody tried their hand at it at some point. My great-grandfather actually tried to set up his own distillery in South Carolina. It did not work. Apologize for spacing on the quote. It was the only way to get it to fit. YouTube comments. Okay. So thankfully, they were right. They actually did stop guarding it, but what the heck is this? Oh, wait, this isn't it.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Okay, so this isn't the warehouse. This is next to the warehouse. Just like it's not the assistant. Need to yank this thing up.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Okay, so I gotta find like a handle or something. I'm not sure I have a good handle on things. Oh. How do I put my lighter away? What's your favorite cosmic horror story? Probably either Call of Cthulhu or Shadow over Innsmouth. Does that mean it's saving, or am I close to a clue? Fun fact, Moonshine Runners were the first car races. They even reference it in Car 3s, funnily enough. I didn't know they referenced it in Cars 3. Alright, so let's find a winch handle. Get over here. There we go. Okay, so I can lean. That's nice. Okay, so that's how that works. You know, I could probably also just lift it up. I got 3 out of 5 strength, so should be able to do something.
Whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
So this is a bone from the greatest catch. Should be obvious because they were the first ones to actually soup the engines to run the absolute terrible engines of those police cars at the time. Yep, that's how we get our NASCAR. Alright, so we have a way, I just need a winch.
It's a sign. There's something coming.
It's still up? Keep trying to think. You got anything new?
Where do you think you're going?
I don't even know anymore.
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
Oh, you know, just kind of chilling out, doing what you got to do.
Darn it. Prohibition.
When you try to stop world degeneration and wind up inadvertently creating a massive black market where people are willing to kill over.
That case was closed months ago.
Sounds about right. Let's see, what do you know about the Hawkins case?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna go wander around up there just to spite you, buddy.
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly.
Something about, you know, brain damage.
Especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Bother him relentlessly. Understood. See if I can convince them to do something.
Who's this guy? No idea. dear. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Uh-huh.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
Oh,
I don't give a
thank
damn
you,
about
I guess.
the racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Is it you who defaced
I
the
went to see
statue?
the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
I never said anyone did anything.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
I am. Let's
I've got
lie.
to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
Well, back to the winch plan. Alright, let's see. Does anybody... When something is legal, you can regulate it. Make it illegal, then everything is fair game. Legal drinking age, gone. Mandatory closing hours, gone. Societal ruling about who can drink with, gone. Yep. Let me see. Hello, Mr. Crab. Do you know who did it? Or do I have to teach you a lesson? That's what I thought. You guys excited for Yote tomorrow? Yote.
Well, well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
Yep.
I have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business.
See, I'm happy, and I don't care about you.
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
For sure. Bring us something to drink, and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
Alright, I'll be back with booze.
Take your time. We're going nowhere.
It's like dealing with high school kids. Tell them not to do something and it makes them automatically want to do it more. As a middle school teacher, I can assure you this is how it works. Hey, you guys have anything to say?
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
What the heck are you talking about?
Flunky. And he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
You're gonna vomit on him?
Continue like that. Everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
Well, this cat person seems very friendly. Hey, buddy. Buddy. Bartender, your strongest bottle of whiskey. Yep, I need one. The true crabs are secretive, Lark. You must seek a false crab, as they can get you what you want for the right price. Hey, there we go.
Let's say I want to buy a bottle from you.
Let's say I don't want to sell you one.
Oh,
You're not helping me.
Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want.
But that was like
Anything else?
10 minutes ago, I guess.
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Most of it, I'm sure, are just the plays that go around there. That and the murders. And the cult sacrifices. But that's not what you're here to talk about.
I read the article on the miraculous catch. Interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. It's more than folklore. On that day, the crew of the Scylla caught an exceptional catch.
Clearly, since you've been talking about it for 8 years.
They saved dock water from famine.
So how's it been eaten otherwise?
Charles Hawkins owed you a lot of money. Do you know if he had problems?
I don't know the details, and it's not my business.
But kind of is, because he owed you money.
He was always welcome in my bar. The Hawkins family was always much appreciated on the island.
Right.
You seem to know Charles Hawkins. How about his wife, Sarah?
Was she an alcoholic too?
She was a local somebody. We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came to fight in my bar.
Oh, come on.
If I kick a cat in the face, will you give me some booze?
Drinking it here is a privilege. And
I think the whiskey comes from cat.
Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
I told you to beat it.
I've been told to beat you. Anyone have a spare winch, per se? Wait a minute. Can I use the peg leg as a winch? I was just finding coconut crab. You need to call it by any other names. Robber crab, it can squeeze information out of a true crab. 4 drops of blood can open a coconut crab. Usually fee. Alright. Already know about that. This probably won't work, but please let it work just because it'd be funny.
What a macabre souvenir.
You need it. It's the only way. Dang it. Well, that didn't work. I can get Captain Fitzroy to talk for me.
Back again. What can I do for you?
I need a bottle of booze.
Apparently, the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
Illicit
As
substances.
a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island.
Please, this place hasn't changed in 80 years.
You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
Okay, anything else?
Back again.
Never left.
What can I do for you?
Alright.
I shall be on my way.
Because I'm on my way. I can go the distance. Cthulhu would stop hushing my game. You boys want to talk? Alright, some chain. And aha! What have we here?
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
I was looking for a cogwheel the whole time? Let me check around, make sure I'm not missing anything else. I could just take this winch off and put it on the other, but no. That'd just be too rude, I guess. Come on, aha! It's a ratchet
device. Exactly what I need.
I remember we're in high school when we first started calling things ratchet.
Did you call me?
No.
Oh, I thought I heard my name.
This
Your name ain't Ratchet.
Nah, I just thought I heard someone say Raven.
Nope. Ratchet. And Clank.
Oh, Daniel said that he would do it.
Outstanding.
I just leave Pastor Hack.
Exquisite.
Exquisite.
Okay, mount the cogwheel.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Ratchet, then handle.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
I have to narrate turning the handle, otherwise it just won't work.
Everyone having a good time?
Yes, we're about to delve into Nurgle's crevice.
That Nurgle. Whoa.
If this was a point-and-click adventure game, the prosthetic ledge would be used as a ballista lever. You're dang right. Give this game nothing more than a bit of decency. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Oh, never mind, this is a terrible idea. Oh, this smells awful. We got it.
This is gonna be bad.
German mustard gas wasn't this bad. Whoa, I'm tripping balls. Now, do you think that nations have always existed, but modern nations states are recent inventions? Modern nation states, in a certain idea, have kind of existed, but not as like a concrete idea as they do now.
Yeah, I think that we've more solidified national borders in more recent era. I put it down to the late 19th century that we really started solidifying borders. And then we started getting real national identity in the early 18th century, I would think.
Yeah, it started when because, like, take for example, like, say, Japan. Japan was not, like, it was more of a collection of, like, the rules of the daimyo under the shogun and then under the emperor, but they still had an idea of what it was to be Japanese.
Well, back in the day, your nation wasn't basically the land you were on, but the culture you belonged to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could have, like, let's put it this way.
It's coming from this oil.
Even if you lived in Rome, in the territory that belonged to Rome, if you were in the Persian part of Rome, most of the people there would be more identified as Persian than Rome. So
I believe you mean rebelling.
Well, yeah, my point being, if you lived in the city of Rome and they said, hey, where are you going tomorrow? I'm going to Persia. You were still in Rome, technically, but you were going to Persian area, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Maybe I'm off.
It's mostly because the victorious powers in World War II insisted on nation states for everybody, even though it doesn't really work in the rest of the world outside of Japan and Europe. Well, it can work in other locations. The problem was you had the idea of nations start to form in a larger scale. If in order to truly divide places like, say, Africa into nation states, you would have to have, like, several very small nations. Because, like, if you go to, like, some place like Angola or Congo or whatever, the area would be divided. I remember seeing, like, a map that showed, like, if they actually divided up by, like, each tribe and nationality, and it was, like, huge. It's best because of the way strategy games portray nations. Fair enough. But they gotta do what they gotta do. Yep, not getting the smell out of these clothes. The heck was that? Ah! Oh no! Let me go, bad touch! Ah! Cthulhu, please no! Did Rome even have defined borders? More than you'd think. Darkwater, where the calamari eats you. Considering all the methane is a lot, I didn't use the lighter. What are you talking about? That would actually be hilarious. You walk down there, flick it on, bam! The water monster from Amnesia, the Dark Descent. Oh, I loved Amnesia. Occultism.
This is primitive.
Oh, hey, I'd like to see you do better. But haha, suckers, I got in. It only just cost me my life, but you know.
Ugh, this place stinks.
Again, the methane would probably blow up.
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
I don't know. In fact, she owned this place, or her husband did. Jump. Oh, my leg! To enter a reconstruction scene. Hold. What does the aftermath of the Civil War have to do with this? Oh, you mean like... What the frick? Some more sleeping pills. Okay, fine, let's enter reconstruction. Which was just a weed, you see. My dear Raven. Lark, but yes. Okay.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
A junkie. Anyway.
It smells as bad as it looks.
Fish guts.
Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
What's this?
Petite Parisian. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
Perhaps her husband?
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
See, did she sign her name? And what the heck? The shadow people are back. Okay.
What happened here?
Someone decided to get 7 years bad luck. They bandaged themselves. If this was Charles Hawkins in here, he clearly wasn't a happy camper. Space drugs are great. Alright, settle down there, Fulgrim. Alright, I think we've gotten everything. Alright, I need to stop tripping out. How do you think Ratchet and Clank would fare in Warhammer? They'd find some way to do something those plucky protagonists do. Someone decided to punch glass. Yep, and... Okay, so let's review what we have now. We've got 4 CP available. Alright. Oh, no. Yes, validate. Alright. Well, investigating the Hawkins warehouse, Pierce entered a partially submerged tunnel that ran under the docks. Here, something took hold of his arm and tried to drag him beneath the surface. Drowning, the detective caught a glimpse of human and animal bones, as well as an underground city. That was a city? I thought it was just like a collection of carcasses. Pierce managed to make it back to the surface and discovered that rather than tentacles, it was seaweed that had wrapped around his arm. The vision nevertheless disturbed him by the clarity and its violence. I'm still technically classified as stable. Confident in your abilities and your partisan mind, you conduct the investigation by sticking to the facts. You're convinced that your perception of reality, your conclusions are logical and reliable. We'll see how long that lasts. Okay. So this is apparently still important at Captain Fitzroy's father, allegedly. Threatening letter from Cat, manifests, and the Hawkins warehouse. Officially unused since the Charles Hawkins death, the warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Signs of little life. In fact, the presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted. Probably removing from the wound, as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping pills. Moreover, the occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins, as attested by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life. But it is discovered that a partly charred painting recognized by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins mansion. This allows all doubts to be lifted as link between the contents of the building and the Hawkins case. Okay, so she might have had a crazy stalker. Is that a sword? It is not. Okay, now how do I do? Such materialists always have the weakest minds. You'd think they would have stronger wills than most people if they've seen things.
Someone has settled in here.
And
oh dear.
It is, has something to tell me about the Hawkins case.
Oh, hey, it's Officer Bradley.
You, don't move.
How you doing, buddy?
I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
And I told you to get better facial animation, but clearly we didn't listen to each other. I know Plankton's been doing since the chum bucket's put down. Life's been hard, man. Threaten the police officer. That'll do it. Let's team up.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange...
It's, just laying there. That's what paintings do.
I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
And under the docks, so...
God damn it. Her again.
And why are you wearing pants?
This
it's
case
1924.
Has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair.
Oh, congratulations.
Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Oh, he's fat. Oh, we're all in trouble.
On. Keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you.
I tried to talk to you. You told me to leave you alone. And now you're coming over here whining to me. Is he the only officer? No, we see other officers. I think he's kind of... Not sure if he's like the police captain. I know you call that because he's an Officer Bradley. I think he's just sort of like the sergeant around.
That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on. We got some driving to do.
Great view, I guess. Chapter 3 already. We are clearing through this. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place thought to be abandoned revealed some surprise signs of a recent occupation, as well as partially charred painting interrupted in his search by Officer Bradley. Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. Okay. Cat seems interesting. I vote we sacrifice her. Well, the people have spoken. Give me my knife, boys. Looks like you have like a fencing scar, dude. What'd you get up to? Is there like a fight club on the island? Wait, don't tell me. I want to be surprised. He's a constable? The constable is responsible. He has Asiatic eyes.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion.
What's left of it? Alright, get the mystery machine. I need some plucky teenagers. And their
The
dog,
place has
too.
been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I thought the mansion burned.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you?
That's the
fire
job.
was quickly contained.
Probably a
Silas
vet.
acted as
Probably.
soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is.
Survivor's
Are you gonna take a
guilt,
closer look at this
or
mansion, or do you have other questions?
the guy fell into a pit of Joker and society needs and thought it makes him look cooler and scarier. Want to know how I got these scars? I tried to open a tennis ball can with my mouth. Place is falling to ruins, and
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Really?
It's really that old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone.
I mean, asking a little local archaeology shouldn't be an issue.
Unless you still have questions.
I have several questions, like why is your hat so tall? Do you really need 2 badges?
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You manage to get something out of that bum, I'll end up asking you for advice.
It's almost like I do this
I
professionally.
inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember.
Upset that his grandkid Sam and Dean started doing
Day
crazy
of the
stuff.
fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go
Fun
up
fact, we have photographic evidence of deer eating human corpses. Well, yeah, deer have no qualms eating meat or bones or anything. But the thing is, they're just predominantly herbivores. But don't tell the vegetarians that. Well, no, vegetarians will accept it. The vegans, they won't accept it.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
You should
Don't
be
think
ashamed
I
of
was
yourself.
trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery...
Well, he's not a
shakes
sheriff
my
and he's not a
conscience.
chief.
That's why you're
And the
so
only law
keen to find out who
enforcement that would be needed to this community would be
Yes.
small, would be a constable.
If something escaped us, or
I
if there's been a
suppose.
law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Anything I should be wary
Be
of?
prepared if there's going to be trouble.
There's not any
Wise
like
attitude.
squid monsters, are there?
But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's
That
a
means
remarkably
crazy.
sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
He's kind of got a point there.
And I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Yeah, that
Why
makes
not?
sense.
You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Consult diary. Officer Bradley, age 37. This hit cop, that's kind of rude, but okay. Likes order and justice, the nerve. He's no great sleuth, but he seems more inclined than his colleagues to discover the truth of the Hawkins case. The inhabitants of the island seem to be friendly with him. He could help me in the investigation, which is why we're keeping him close. Literally, most herbivores, hey, free protein is free protein. This excludes hippos as they are actually omnivores that hunt. Hippos are evil. So this is where Harry and Voldemort fought in the Goblet of Fire, right? Silas, why aren't you talking to me, buddy?
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
Well, renovations are a thing, dude. But they're built in 1693 by Reverend John Wickwood. Hippos are a scourge upon mankind, particularly in Colombia. Oh dang, I was consuming mind-shattering knowledge unknowable to myself. Politics and lost track of time. Hey, fair enough. So far, it's been pretty good for the most part. It's just certain parts, it's kind of like you got to figure out how to get where. And so now the puzzle drives us further. Let's see.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
Are you sure you want to call those fresh? Let me get a closer look at these. These ain't fresh, Chief. Charles
Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Yeah, he seemed a little cross, honestly. I'd like to look at the kid's grave, too, if you don't mind.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial.
Poor
What
kid.
kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it.
Particularly if he lives up here, Silas would have no need to do that.
Have pity on this poor family.
Is he Catholic? Harry Potter, did you put your freaking game into the Goblet of Fire? Dumbledore said calmly. Ah, classic. Okay, so that's going back the way we just came. Alrighty then. Well, if they were going for an ominous atmosphere, they did well. The Addams family will move in short order, no doubt. Okay, let's be real. Maybe an afternoon, cutting down some of the dead trees, fresh coat of paint. This place be right as rain.
I'll have to find another entrance.
If only I could find someone who had a pry bar and just get in there.
This entrance is still in use.
Yes. Whoa!
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy,
You mean
sir.
just opening it?
Put down the axe. You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Okay, settle down there, champ.
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Careful, bud. I fought with Germans.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are.
Oh, I do,
Understood.
actually. Well, the character does, because of,
The police
the Muse
report
Argon's
describes
offensive.
a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule.
You know
And
about that,
I did
wouldn't
tell
you?
him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
I always laugh at
He
people that
wants
say
to
Harry Potter
restore
fans
the
are bigots
reputation
whenever half the fan stories are gay shipped.
I just need to see
Yeah,
where
it's
the fire
just any.
No, I can't let
They
you.
ostracize
The
anyone who
mansion
doesn't
is
completely
safe.
fall in line.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
BT just explained it.
Vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin.
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
Can I keep the
If
axe?
there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Thank you, Silas. Okay, 64 caretaker. The old caretaker of the family, Silas Winchester, still watches over the family graveyard and the burned-down mansions devoted to Charles Hawkins, whom he all but raised. He also has great respect for the memory of Sarah Hawkins and their child. His long months of solitude in the abandoned property have made him very distrustful. Silas still puts flowers on the graves of Charles, Sarah, and Simon. Poor fella. The Hawkins mansion is perched on top of a steep cliff because, views are a thing. The abandoned garden harbors and the grave of the Hawkins family, the only old caretaker, still roam the bleak spot. He protects it fiercely and still puts on flowers. Okay. Silas is a nice name. Okay, let's see. Hey, Lark, would you say as a historian you only play Earth for the lore? Not only, but when you put it like that... Reach the Hawkins Manor. Yeah, but there's a side trail over here. This must be where old Silas lives, eh? What?
I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Yes, we've all played Skyrim.
Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world.
Yeah, I can't relate with that. I was waiting for another axe to come down. It's like, alright, that's it. I want you. Ooh.
Bourbon. Empty, of course.
He didn't even want to share. Okay, he's got an active lamp. Val. I guess that's it. Just kind of hoping for a little more information, or at least the ability to get inside. It's one of those things where it's, like Chekhov's gun. I consider this Chekhov's hut. I want it to mean something. Alright, let's climb on. Oh, hold on. Just check over here. Nothing. So there's action launch direction. Will you stop that? Sorry, it's just how I greet people now at this point.
Shall we enter? Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go.
Alright, that's all you gotta say. We'll go inside.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
But you can go in front of me. Pierce and Officer Bradley explore the gardens of the Hawkins mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas, the old caretaker. Okay, same thing. Chekhov's luxury condo development. Alright, into madness. I thought it was a mansion.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
Visit here often, huh? Ah, so he wasn't kidding about the vermin. I knew the Skaven were behind this. They're always behind it.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
That isn't normal. What kind of sea monster were they serving up and eating? I mean, the bread dumplings look normal. Ratatouille, no! Remy, you son of a bitch. Alright. Reconstruction time. Ah, space drugs. They hide it in deep, Ken. Pigs in a blanket better not betray us because he trusts us. Okay. Got the fire screen.
What kind of meat is this?
That's what I'm saying. Is that really the only thing for reconstruct? Okay, there we go.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
Okay, apparently old Chuck was yelling at someone.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
Okay.
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched?
Maybe because she didn't want to eat the mystery meat.
Something happened at this table. An argument?
Maybe they were yelling about the fact that he wanted to sit all the way over there away from his family. I mean, it's one thing if you got like guests over and stuff, but dude, sit next to your wife and kid. Don't be a grumpy grouch. Granted, Iceland eats rotten shark buried in beach sand, so after starving enough poor bastards, we could see Shoggoth butt cheeks on a platter and go, fine, give me a slice. But these guys were wealthy. They shouldn't have had to resort to Shoggoth butt cheeks. I'm not even sure that's an anglerfish. Whoa.
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well,
That Charles was a dick.
The scene of the fire is next door.
Hey, since I got a lighter, want me to, reenact it?
Let's see
Silas
if I can find
managed to
something
bring the
that
fire
calms
under
mist.
control. But it was already too late for the Hawkins.
So this is the drawing room. Well, Officer Bradley, sing it with me. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. No, not going to sing along, Bradley? Okay. Alright.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? They had a fight. Why?
Smashed oil lamp. Not necessarily indicative of a fight, but
Did
still.
it stop at the time of the fire?
Okay, let's see. When's the broken clock? Shows 10 o'clock. This could have to do with the time of the fire, or have nothing to do with it. Okay.
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
By cloning herself, apparently. Which was Charles a wife beater? Aha!
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
We've established from the bar, yes, he was.
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
Someone must have. So, Charles, heavy drinker, gets into a fight with his wife, knocks her down, shoe falls off, probably in the tussle, the lamp fell over. Okay, I think I've gotten everything. Or not. Maybe I need to step outside.
Did someone escape the fire?
Charles? Is Chuck still alive? But they have a grave for him. Or did they never recover much of the body? Is this the perfect alibi? To cover up his dirty deeds? He could have beaten her to death. Could have done that, and the fire could have just been a cover-up. Or maybe just an accident because of it. The clock? Oh, we already got the clock.
Blood. This lamp was thrown.
Oh, it was thrown?
An accident.
Well, I mean, the fire might have been, but the fight wasn't.
This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee.
Well, Charles being set on fire would cause him to flee, probably. Please be booze. It is not booze. What's he playing with redcoats?
What do you make of it?
Fire wasn't just an
I
accident.
firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
Couple had a fight. This is arson. This is a crime of passion.
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Get out the Ouija board.
I just ask that you don't disturb me.
Typical Wednesday night, am I right, fellas?
West found out about what we're doing. I'd be in serious trouble.
You're playing as the same. The guy you're playing has the same jaw as Diego from Ice Age. I can see what you're talking about. History of medicine in the 18th century, so 1700s. Collection of medical knowledge and health practices of the 18th century actually only covers the so-called civilized countries It does not include the true influence of the holistic medicines from continents considered inferior. Aha! So just European medicine. Got it. Hey, now we bumped up to 2. I'm an amateur. This is quite the mansion. What does that note say? Ooh, what's this?
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose?
If only I had a way to test for that. But I don't.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor. A sea shanty.
What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises. Way hey and up she rises. Oh, there's a crowbar. I needed that.
Crowbar. Could prove useful.
Way hey and up she rises early in the morning. And what does one do with a drunken sailor? Move these out of the way? No. Okay, I can't go up that way. Officer Bradley, where'd you go? I thought that bust-up guy with the wig was like his hands, like clutching his head. Toss him in the brig until he's sober. Toss him in the brig until he's sober. Toss him in the brig until he's sober. Early in the morning. You guys just couldn't have a happy painting, could you? Oh, there's Bradley. So, Lark, what's your Raven's opinion on cosmic horror? I think I remember you weren't particularly big on horror literature. Or when I asked a while back. His favorite horror would probably be gothic horror. But, me... Whoa! Me particularly, I like cosmic horror. But it has to be, like, done relatively well. Lovecraft, I think, just the setting, the feel, it gets you. Same with gothic horror for me.
The first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
I kind of find it hard to believe that you didn't have any tribe settle on an island of this size any earlier. So, like, when the 1300s were rolling around, that's when they first showed up?
This place was falling apart long before the fire.
Gee, what gave it away? The busts don't look entirely human.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale.
Yeah, that's real popular on the whaling island.
Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
Yep, where they kind of missed the message. What the frick was that?
This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
Yeah. I think it applies for most everything in this room. Don't let the description fool you. Moby Dick is more dense and dry than the parodies and homages would leave you to believe. That's fair. Alright, let's turn the light on. Yes, let's just steal property, as I hope Silas doesn't find out. Axes, he'll throw his axe at me, and then I get an axe and a crowbar. It's a win-win.
Dark water history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies.
Yeah, okay, but then why not just go to Rhode Island? Or Connecticut? They broke off too.
A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century.
Yet everyone here talks like they've eaten from it. How deep does the rot go?
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable.
Is that an explosion or just debris levitating?
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable.
Man, the eyes on this skull guy must have been huge.
20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
I think this guy had a niche when it came to fiction. Silas is a huntress main? Yes. Yes, he is. That's what I'm choosing to learn from this. Don't see libraries like this much anymore. Ah!
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear sir, as you know, I have always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week again, she terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems to be able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances were to occur, believe me that although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Wellard. I feel like pry bars are used for hundreds of years, if only because you need something to pull nails out of boards and logs. Yep. I didn't know Pierce was such an avid reader. Apparently. But again, keep in mind, the reading was a common pastime back in the day. It was actually, like, people used to complain that kids these days, all they want to do is, like, read their dime novels and other stuff like that. So, yes, the older generation complaining about the younger generation getting obsessed with something is nothing new.
Locked.
If only I had, like, something to beat the door down with. Oh, this one's not locked. Oh, that's not creepy. Nice boat, though.
The boys' room.
Ah. Time to reconstruct. The money stopped flowing, Hawkins started drinking and falling out with his wife, and then they fought. Wife and child potentially murdered in rage. Fire was used as a cover-up. But we saw from, like, one of the flashbacks, we saw that Charles was running out with the fire on him. Did he intend for the fire to happen? Did it just get out of control, or was he burned in an act of self-defense?
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world?
Girls with cooties.
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
And he's tuckered out already.
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy.
Oh, he's gonna have a hard time going to sleep later in life. Maybe I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Maybe this isn't the healthiest environment for a child? Question mark, maybe?
What nightmarish vision could have inspired them?
Some sort of creepypasta.
Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
If you time travel and told one of those bad the young'uns are reading fiction, it'll make them stupid. And folks about TikTok, they die of despair on the spot. Yep. Absolutely. I need to get this boy better toys. I mean, or at least action figures. Oh,
what was going through that boy's mind?
Most recently, fire. Aha!
The
argument diary
that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time.
He seems worried about his mother and her attacks. Tension was also seen to be growing between Hawkins' couple. Could the fire be the result of the argument? What were they arguing about? Let's see if I can read this. Saturday. Today with mother we played in the garden, but she is still sad. I hate it when she's sad. Is she angry with father? Sunday. Father scolded me. He shouted loud and wanted to spank me, but mother did not want him to. He is always angry. Why? There are lots of strange things in his office. I just wanted to look at them. Tuesday. I built a castle for mother and me. I told her to come and hide with me. Wednesday. She is always painting monsters. I don't like her monsters. I have bad dreams and they come into my bedroom and look at me. I cry and mother shouts at me. And father says I must take tablets. They are not nice. I don't want to take them. Tuesday. Mother is screaming again. She cries a lot. Father is sad too and angry with mother. I don't know why. Wednesday. Mother is sad again. At lunch we ate in silence. It was strange. Father said, finish your dishes. We always eat the same thing. It looks like rotten fish and smells very bad. Why does he always want to eat that? It's not very nice. If we had to eat it again, I will smash my plate on the floor and smash it. That might have been what sparked the fight. Thank you for Lovecraft for creating cosmic horror that I have in my own story. Hey, there you go. Okay, so he smashed the plate that was around. His father got mad at him because he wanted him to continue to eat this fishy, weird thing. Mother's constantly sad when he smashes the plate. Father gets mad, probably chases the boy into the room, goes to hit the child. Mother intervenes, attacks the mother. Mother throws the lamp, breaks over Charles. He runs out. Fire's already spreading. Kills the mother. Father maybe gets away. He wanted a Krabby Patty. Who could blame him? Yeah. I don't blame the kid for not wanting to eat that, but... see, what else do we have here? Aha! An office key. Well, this is messed up.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult?
I think this goes beyond just interested. If the creature is not anchored in our dimension, an expulsion ritual might work as long as the person performing it makes sure that he integrates the elder signs among the glyphs that make up the ceremonial circle. Be careful, though, because the works that describe the creation of such circles are not all proven reliability. Extraction take from the Malleus Bestiarum by Abigail G. What does Abigail G know? Contradicting the police report, the Hawkins in the room tell a totally different version of the fire. Betting with the presence of handprints that thrown, there's the possibility of a survivor. Bodies of Charles Sarah left no mark on the floor, nor, to that matter, the drawing room. Contrary to that of the child, still visible close to the fireplace. Same goes for the glass shards of the floor. Close inspection reveals that the presence of the blood on several of them on the wall. The very clear markings left by the painting found by the Hawkins reaction confirms that Hawkins' case could be much more than a domestic incident. Was it Charles there? Was it Charles? Because if his fight led to the death of his wife and son, and he is presumed dead, he can't just show back up because that's going to cause questions. So he stayed in a warehouse that he owned. Maybe. But also we have apparently this guy, Anton Willard, was complaining about something with the wife.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Painting for Boston clients, 230. Painting for JF, 270. Exhibition, $500. Returned. Painting for $1,680? That is quite impressive. So yeah, she was doing all right for herself. Seems that perhaps the paintings were the thing keeping them financially
last one was
afloat.
given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. The door is blocked on the other side.
Well, that's no good.
Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
Fate brought us together, and forever it will bind us. Yeah, so loving. Not ominous at all. This has seen better days. Aha!
Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
My very dear Sarah, ever since you left to bury yourself away on that lost island, your art has been attracting an increasing number of collectors. I beg you to send me some new paintings. The last one, so somber and strange, moving as no other painting had been, are selling at premier prices. Your percentage of most of these recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend who was the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Your affectionately yours, Maximilian L. It's very spooky in there. Yep, keep in mind, this is 1920 years, but yeah, they're making bank. So, like, if one painting could net as high as almost $1,700, that very well may have been the thing that was keeping the family afloat. That could add more to Charles's mania. The madness that he himself was not providing for the family, but instead his wife was. And that could have made the marital troubles even worse. The claw marks on the door don't
Bradley?
make things.
Is that you?
Bradley? Hello? You wouldn't try and scare me now, would you, Bradley? Put a rift between them. Again, we're speculating here. Is this the attic room?
Is anyone there?
Silas? Bradley? Nosferatu? Bradley is dead, I'm calling it now. No, I don't think he dies. But hey, sweet, free lantern. But if this whole investigation thing doesn't... Okay. That's not right. That is not okay. What the heck? I just wanted that painting.
Stop!
The slowest runner in...
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man
No,
was
but that's
hiding
not-
on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
I'll cover you.
This door was closed earlier.
It's back to the drawing room there.
Where did he go?
Must have got out some way.
Where did he come
No,
from?
he was
Where
here.
did he go? Where
I'm
did you
sure.
come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
Let's search this room. It looks like an old seaway map.
Going across the Atlantic coastline. Sort of a triangle for this Virgin Islands. All around Newfoundland and the northern parts of the Canadian coast. Or northeastern. To Ireland. To off the coast of Africa, the Canary Islands, then Portugal. Interesting. Cuts to Silas having full-on anime-style duel with Mr. Creepy. My money's on Silas. The old man's got it. Anything on the back? Nope.
Have you seen the old maritime maps on Charles Hawkins' desk?
Strange. No ship has left Darkwater shore for years.
That we know
Maybe
of.
he kept them for sentimental reasons.
I don't think so. Not anymore. I think he was collecting artifacts. Alright. Let's not waste all of our oil.
They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips.
Celts?
This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism. Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
I recall there's like a little triangular thing going on here.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
Okay, so we had one that kind of went down. Canary Island was in Portugal?
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Doesn't work.
Dig
I must have
low.
missed something.
Right, because that meant he wasn't armed. That we know. Okay, we can bump something up. Spots hidden, psychology, investigation, or strength. Alright, got one CPU left. We're going to hold on to that. But I don't want to be real good at putting 2 to 2 together, because I need all the help I can get.
As if the bookcase has been moved several times.
The old moving bookcase trick, eh?
The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. This panel is movable.
Then move it.
Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage.
Well,
I
they
must
can
find a way
open
to
it.
activate the opening mechanism.
See if I can force it.
Damnation. I can't budge these gears. I need a tool.
Should have spec'd into strength instead, I guess. Well, let's look at
It
you.
looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why.
Where's Darkwater located? Maybe that's where it will look on the globe. It's located off the coast of Boston. How's my sanity? Stable. Actually, hold on, wait. Check that again.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
Clearly, but who's the man on the right?
I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. Charles Hawkins was a sort of traveler, right?
More like an adventurer, I guess. He left for months, exploring remote places and abandoned temples.
Goes to the idea he was collecting artifacts and probably brought this Cthulhu thing on himself. Hold on, what's this?
Seems like this came from a log.
Okay, Darkwater Island. We sailed north all morning. Captain is confident. Says that he'll beat the Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. Okay, so this is the log of the catch. I prefer it when the whales disappeared without a trace. With these carcasses, we can no longer ignore their sad fate. What is eating these huge beasts? I told Hamilton it was a bad omen. He doesn't care. Okay, Tuesday, June 1st, 1847. We dropped anchor near a village. The inhabitants say that the waters are red with blood of the sacred beasts, and to follow them is to defy the gods. I told them that I only feared God Almighty, based, but in the loneliness of the hold, I'm scared. Friday, 4th of June, 1847. We have sighted a huge whale in the distance. It seems to be beyond anything known to man. It sends out an infernal song. Hamilton wants it. We've caught it. It's the most grotesque whale I've ever laid eyes upon. It will go into the memory of the biggest catch ever. Men have died, but we have gained glory. This day will be celebrated for years to come. No kidding. Tuesday, 29th June, 1847. Darkwater. We have beaten the Orpheus, returned with empty holds. Holds the Scylla and Hamilton are only memories. Returned with empty holes. The Scylla and Hamilton are only memories. Odd. Thoughts on not being able to see sperm whales battling giant squids? I mean, kind of hard to see it today in the water.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
Okay, so let's see.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
So we're looking for these coordinates. The last coordinate is 33 degrees north, 53 degrees west. That's where they caught it. 33 degrees north. Oh, hold on, what's this? Oh, it's the oil.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
33 degrees north, 53 degrees west. Okay. Smack dab in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. There we go.
Looks like it worked.
Well done, Pierce.
Hawkins Mansion is falling into ruin well before the fire claimed the residence. The building, once luxurious, today lies within the witness of the ruin of Hawkins' family. The painting of Sarah Hawkins are spread throughout the corridors. Moisture eats away at the books of the imposing library, and the windows are broken and condemned. The drawing room, where the fire started, revealed it to be more than just a domestic accident. Sarah Hawkins' office bears the sign of an occult practice, and no doubt a huge creature left its marks on the walls of the corridor that leads to his workshop. As for Charles Hawkins' office, it reveals a passage of networks into the underground caves. I want to check something before we go. The initial room where we saw that man and the painting with me on it. I wonder what else is there. Or can I not get back up there?
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Wild. It's been a nice long stream, I noticed. Yeah, we're probably going to have to call it in the next, 20 minutes or so, but still.
Dark water history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies.
Alright. Anything else up here? This must have been her workshop. She painted everything. Alright, wanted to be thorough, try and make sure I didn't miss anything. Original Frankenstein is better than the reboot Frankenstein. Most originals are better than reboots. Oh, you're not gonna let me jump down again? Fine, I'll go the long way. Eh. Sorry for the wait, Bradley. All right. That jump was for action purposes only. Well, let's look what's behind door number 1. Inside the Hawkins mansion, the scene of fire revealed its secrets. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trail of the survivor, had undertaken the search to a place, looking for proof, when a hooded man leaped into Sarah Hawkins' workshop, stealing a painting of me, no doubt. It's my face. I should be able to keep it. Detective and police officers set off after him. By following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, discovered the secret passage. Pierce and Bradley entered the tunnel under the mansion.
Secret passage.
Spooky,
under the
ooh.
manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah. And he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him. 3 seats.
Reconstruction time.
Look. Someone's been here recently.
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others?
Voldemort, apparently. Can't you see?
What is this mask supposed to represent?
Who can say? Memory is such a fickle thing.
Did Charles Hawkins hide something in this chest?
Why don't we take a pry bar and crack it open? You need some sleep, dude. Okay, so I'm still looking for something. But what? Okay, so Hermaeus Mora clearly entered the chat. They're using your image without permission. Now you can acquire the help of the most feared, powerful beings, lawyers. Because that's lawsuit material right there. Yes.
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here?
Uh-oh, Sarah. You got some splaining to do. Save your life. Dang, that goes all the way down now, doesn't it? Again, don't want to waste the oil.
Of course.
And something tells me that the key is climbing these steps. There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
The passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
Alright.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way. If possible, I prefer not to ruin my uniform.
Oh, come on, you can wash it.
Fine. Go look for another entrance. I'll try my luck down below.
Could you give me your gun, though? Hermaeus Mora, I was very intoxicated on this day. I found that stuff be whack, yo. Aha! Shh, quit snitching. Should have put my points into stealth.
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
That sounds pretty cool. Touch it. Let's try and set it on fire. Skooma is tearing up local Skyrim trolls. No one wants to talk about the Skooma epidemic. Nobody.
These paintings must be several centuries old.
You sure? I think an 8th grader could have come in here with some chalk and, did a number on the walls. Okay, this one might be, actually.
This monstrous creature must be an allegory.
Considering if something was hunting whales, perhaps not entirely. Who's tripping over my bridge? It ain't me. I'm so... Oh my. Oh, that's not good. Was this where I was before? Okay. So I've made it to the other side. Ominous.
Time has weakened these structures.
So I need to be careful to not put my whole weight on them. Otherwise I could be going, ah! Thought those rocks over there were carved into a statue of some kind for a second. Ooh, what's this?
I don't have time to search them all.
Then why point it out? It's like, hey, would you like to look at this? Yeah, sure, you don't have time to do so. Well, then why were you asking if I wanted to? Hey, it's more of that oil.
This oil again. What is it used for?
It's some good Jamaican kush, my bruh. 420! Woo! I actually don't support that, but, you know. When the hemp oil's right there. Yahoo! I haven't heard of the game. Oh, you mean this game? This is Call of Cthulhu. Poison Wind gloves. Ah, the Skaven are a part of this. I knew it. Oh, I'm late for the creepy cult chant.
What's going on here?
Hey, maybe don't talk to yourself. You'll give us away to the freaks.
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Were you actually tiptoeing?
What have you got me into?
Some cult shenanigans. Maybe we should go get the rest of the police force.
I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
Say what you will about the boy. He is a trooper. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh. Okay. There's the painting. Looks nothing like me. Let's go. Ah, no sacrificing on Wednesdays. Ah, sorry. Yahoo!
I got it. I can't breathe. What's happening?
At least that guy broke my fall.
No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
Okay. Sanity's slipping on me. We only sacrifice on Wednesdays and weekdays.
Is it my turn? Yes. It is time. You will soon be one of us. If your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
Drink the Kool-Jade.
It's like in my dream.
And this Octonauts reboot is taking weird directions.
It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual.
So, bloodletting ritual dagger. Oh, cool. That added some progression to cultism.
I can't read Latin.
Annotated Bible. Gosh, dang it. I don't think Latin need necessarily be associated with occultism. I mean, it is, but it's not all Latin is. Ecclesiastical Latin was the common language of science for this long, and it just gets cooked up to occultism. Taint right. Ooh, that dynamite. Let me get the flame real close to that. Could you mix it up with the chanting? You've been repeating the same line over and over again. Alright, let's put that away for right now. Let's get low. Cultist professionals have standards.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fitagen.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may
Locked.
Ibithink. Padk Cthulhu Bithinkor.
grant him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one.
Yeloig Padk Cthulhu. I feel him.
In a bad touch kind of way?
Gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. All you who sleep, we pray for your return into the kingdom of the earth.
Okay.
Bring me more sacred flesh.
Wow.
Ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
I don't know. I wasn't even crouching. How did he not see me?
He will join you shortly.
Okay. This ain't good. This looks like some heresy. Yeah, this is some Zneach nonsense right here. I, for one, object. What would happen if I just, like, walked right into them? I just walked like, hey, guys, not to be a bother, but where is the bathroom? I could not find it. Virtual pizza, big paper. Papa Nurg. I don't think Nurgle has anything to do with this. Too many squids. You know, for falling into a pile of fish guts, I am remarkably spick and span. I mean, the masks are cool, but the robes are a little tattered. Oh, hey, bud.
Bradley, what are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good.
You think?
What in the world is this?
Cultist chanting.
An intruder!
Oh, shit. Don't move! Police!
That's right, you've been caught.
Don't move!
What the heck? Oh no!
I won't hesitate.
Abomination!
Get back!
Just shoot and ask questions never. Why'd you shoot his knee? That's better. Oh. That's not good.
You shouldn't have seen this.
Well, then you shouldn't have been doing this freaky stuff. Oh no, Officer Bradley. Can we get a chat, effing chat for Officer Bradley? And, sorry. Gotta go. Love you, Bradley. Mean it, but...
It's caving in. I need to get out of here.
What the heck? Orientationist. We're gonna thank you for the answer, boys. Ah! What? Albert Wesker sure looks different, doesn't he? But we know Charles is still alive, and Officer Bradley, no. Gonna have to keep reliving this, aren't I? Run!
I need to get out of here.
No, 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 no. Oh boy. This place is built like it was designed by Skaven. Did I die?
My leg.
No, it's my leg. Ugh. Okay. So that was weird. Ooh. I see the lights.
Light. At last.
Yeah, screw it, I'm going toward... Oh gosh, dang it, I jinxed it. Peter ruining bath time for Cleveland Brown. Riverside Institute. Pierce and Officer Bradley follow the intruder into a secret meeting place of cult set and a network of underground caves under the Hawkins Manor. They witness a strange ceremony led by Charles Hawkins, very much alive. Bradley tried to arrest him, but Hawkins, whose body displayed various mutations, disemboweled the police officer as he tried to escape from him. Pierce himself is a prisoner of Rockfall. Rushed to the Riverside Institute. He is in a critical state. Achilles, why did you have to put your assassin's robe on in here of all places? I don't need any injections. Oh, you're the guy in the picture. Is that something sticking out of my arm? Oh, that's good, MacGuffin. Wow. Far out. Whoa.
He's having a seizure.
You will survive. Strong subject.
Hey, quit mutating.
I can't get up.
I need a life alert.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
Yeah, so did you. How'd your organs get back in there?
Undo these straps.
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
You were dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too. We were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What?
Oh, crap. Here we go again. Ah, they put me in the padded cell. They must like me.
What happened to me? Where am I?
I'm in the loony bin.
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us. No!
No, please. I can't leave here.
You got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
You don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No! No!
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
I found you! The numbers, Pierce. What do they mean? Where's the broadcast from? Wrong franchise. Sorry. At least they were kind enough to not put me in a straitjacket. Alright. This seems like a good place to call it. We've gone a little further than I was expecting to get tonight, so... Because honestly, the last time I played this game to like a full extent, the farthest I got was like through this insane asylum, so we were actually making pretty good time. I had a good time with this. I think for Spooktober, continuing this is probably a good idea, and then we'll jump back into Red Dead. But I appreciate you guys sticking with me this long, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, take care.